Hey everybody, Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. We're talking about the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump X today, a multi-use, no-brainer kind of gear item for backpackers that sleep in tents on the ground to use in their backpacking system. It is a replacement to silly, bulky, heavy pump sacks that come with pretty much every sleeping pad now, like this Big Agnes that I've got here. This is the pump sack that comes with it. It's basically half the weight of this. So I've got a multi-use kind of item here, the Tiny Pump X, meaning that this is a small pump, battery powered, rechargeable with USB-C that is also a lantern. So multi-use, I can carry this, have a up to 400 lumen lantern. It's 40, 150, and then 400 lumens of light. So in a 4-person tent like this thing is awesome. So what I'm doing is I'm out here with my kids. So we've got 3 sleeping pads that we're gonna pump up. And this thing over a weekend just makes sense for 3 ounces of weight. That's it, 3 ounces of weight, very little bulk, multi-use, it's a lantern. It just makes sense to have in your backpacking system. And it does a decent job of blowing these pads up pretty quickly, like 2 or 3 minutes, and this thing will last for about 20 minutes before it needs to be recharged. But what are some of the cons of a little tiny device like this? Well, let's hear it. The thing is really noisy. So imagine like being back in the backcountry and you don't want to disturb animals or anything like that. That sound is really high pitched, and the decibels that comes out of this thing, that can be annoying. So be cautious with that if you do choose to purchase this. But overall, in a setting like this, I'm in a campground and blowing up these pads for sleeping out here with my girls tonight. I love this thing. Really, really cool. And so far, over many uses the past month of blowing up, blow up kayak and little inner tubes at the lake and such, this thing is doing a great job. So what it comes with is several different attachments that do a fairly decent job of connecting to the valves that are on your sleeping pads. They're not made specific for sleeping pads, so do your best, and it does a pretty good job. The other downside to this particular device is, well, it's electronic, so that's something that can fail. It also doesn't have so much power to it that it is able to get a sleeping pad really firm. So what you end up having to do is add a couple additional breaths of air into your pad if you want a really firm pad. So needless to say, I'm pretty excited about this and using it in my backpacking system. Does it have a spot every single time I go out on a backpacking trip in my pack? Probably not. There are the benefits of having a pump sack where I don't want to make the kind of noise that this makes. Again, it's pretty loud. And if that is a big concern, and that has potential to be a big concern in areas where there's a lot of wildlife, or you don't want to disturb other people in your group, then yeah, I'm going to leave this behind and I'll use the pump sack that comes with the sleeping pad that I have. But for 3 ounces, to have a multi-use kind of product where I've got a lantern that's going to last for the whole weekend, pump up and deflate my sleeping pads, no problem. I'm not sad about that in any way, shape, or form. Really cool kind of product that is about $30, $35 on Amazon. Link in the description for that. But let me know what you think about this, and is it really a necessary piece of gear for you? And are you interested in it? Anyway, that's the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump X. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Hope you have an awesome day. See you later.